This is like weird and hard. I was like, oh crap, we gotta vlog again? Like 2 days in a row? What do we say today?
Happy January 2nd.
We've been watching Lord of the Rings, and Memory has a ring that she got from my mom's parents. It's right here. I'm going to put it on and disappear.
It's been an interesting morning. Filia's wheels are turning and she's asking all these questions. So she says, can I eat whatever I want? Can I stay up whenever I want? Can I go to the store? I'm realizing I have to talk about things in more in-depth ways instead of just saying, no, you can't do that. You can eat whatever you want if you buy it, but if you don't buy it, it's not yours. Just to eat whenever you want. And the staying up whenever I want thing is kind of challenging for me because I have this belief that, oh, she should go to bed at a decent hour, whatever that means, 9:30, and it's easier for me just to have her in bed then. But I'm having to kind of more talk to her about, oh, I think it's a better idea for you to do that because you might be too tired the next day, which so far she's letting me convince her, but I mean, maybe she won't want to do that, and I don't know, we'll have to talk through that instead of just like making her do something. And then she's asked me about Rainier. She's like, well, what about Rainier? And I said, well, that's a little trickier because he's so young. So it's really been an interesting morning with a lot of conversations and figuring stuff out.
Said, I ate a fish.
Right now, I am watching the complete documentary in its rough draft form that Seven edited completely on his own. And it's really crazy. There's like a couple times that I started tearing up and I don't even know why. Oh man. It's really good. It's been really weird, like this whole no rules thing. So yesterday we started like no rules for all of 2019 for our kids, partially knowing where that was going to take us and partially not. So it was actually in this kitchen in a vlog episode long ago. We filmed my friend Mark and he was telling us about raising teenagers, and his quote was from the Navy SEALs, which says the only easy day is yesterday, meaning it just gets harder, like having kids that are older and older. It never gets easier. And contrast that to a lot of people I know, like they're dealing with toddlers or terrible twos, and they're like, oh, I can't wait for them to grow up. I can't wait to be done with diapers. And I agree with the only easy day was yesterday. The stuff that we're dealing with our teenagers is more complicated. And I would say it's harder, but it doesn't feel harder because it's still just like one step forward, and everything that we've done until this point has prepared us to get to this point, if that makes sense. So it's, if we got like just handed 4 teenagers, you know, when we were in our 20s, I think that'd be like really hard, but we didn't. We started with a 0-year-old, and then we got a 1-year-old, and then we got a 2-year-old. But yesterday I was talking with Eden because she was asking her mom and I's advice on getting a job. And she kept on asking for a job, and I kept on asking her, like, why do you want a job? You know, do you want money? Do you know what you want to do? Because, like, just getting a job, like, if you don't need money, it seems kind of weird, or if you don't really want to learn something. So finally she said, like, she doesn't really know. She wants to be an interior designer. You know, so I said, well, maybe you should research interior design. And I settled on, if you're looking for a project, maybe you should start making some videos. And, you know, it's like something that I can help her with, and I don't really know how to help her with interior design right now. I mean, I want to support it and encourage it more in the future. And she said, okay, I'll make videos. And like not very far into the day, she like quit that idea. And it was really hard for me because I kind of wanted her to do that. I thought it would be better for her to do that. Like just for her personality to set out to do a project that she's not comfortable with and to realize that she has valuable things to say and just things like that. And when she announced that she was quitting it, it took everything inside of me to not want to like control or manipulate her in some way to feel bad, to try and make her feel bad about like not doing basically what I thought was best for her. And I just believe more and more, like as a parent, my job as the kids get older and older is to listen more to what they want. And in the past, I used to consider it like a mistake if they didn't do what we thought was best and go learn things the hard way, or there was some like negative connotation to that. And I think that was like a pretty judgmental way of looking at it. And now I'm starting to believe, like, I don't know what's best for her. I mean, I have some ideas of things that have worked for me and some things that I'd like, but at the end of the day, they're really like preferences, and I have to trust her to make those decisions. And by that definition, that almost becomes what's best for her. Because there was this point where she could have done it to make me happy, and I was like, no. In a way, it's like going through the motion, and it could work out, but the resentment that builds when she's doing it to make me happy, it wasn't her choice anymore. I mean, it kind of was, but it wasn't. Like, to be truly supportive and to fully like let go, I think that's what's difficult about parenting to me, is to be that combination, to be supportive and to let go. Like, it's easy to tune out and be like, I don't care, you do what you want, you know, and to be passive. And I think that's really like happening partially because of the no rules thing. It's hard to explain like how it's all tied in, but the no rules is about letting go of control, but yet we still want to be involved, and we don't know how to do it. Right now, it's time to go to the library. I just picked up 2 copies of my book manuscript that I had them print up for me at the library, because now my assignment is to get 2 people to read them so I can get feedback. So Cammie's gonna read it, and my friend Caleb offered to read one of the copies. It's 114 pages long. So it's a pretty big commitment at this point. I'm really excited to see this project move to the next level though. But now it's time to get a haircut. So I got my hair cut, and this is what I was not planning on, but he was like, hey, do you do anything with your beard? And I'm like, does it look like it? So let's talk about beard maintenance for just like 1 second here. I've been growing out my beard since the Appalachian Trail, March 1 of 2018. And every other day I kind of want to shave it, but then if my hair's short up here, then I'm okay with it. But I don't do anything to it, basically, except for now I have to use like a lot of conditioner and coconut oil because it's so tangly from all the chlorine that we're in from swimming. So he like cut it or shaped it, or he just said he like cut the stranglers out. He was using these words, and I think implying that I looked a little too wild. So let's see what Cammie thinks now.
How was your haircut?
How does it look?
It's shorter. I don't know. They trimmed your beard. Your beard looks better.
Yeah? What do you think?
I like it. I like the haircut.
Yesterday I had a talk with my mom and dad about the possibility of me getting a job. I wanted to hear their suggestions or opinions on that because I want to get a job because I want to earn money, and I also think that it would give me a good sort of experience of trying out being on my own, sort of. My dad has suggested that I start a vlog, and he suggested it again yesterday. So I thought about doing it, and I thought maybe I'll try it out, and then I decided not to, and then I thought about trying it out again, and then I decided not to. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I definitely think that I would learn from it, but I much rather learn how to edit and all the stuff that goes around vlogging before doing that. And I'm also not really, I don't really like vlogging that much, even just turning the camera on. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but that's what happened yesterday, and it's only the second day of 2019, so anything could happen.
This has been a hard, weird day. I feel confused, more disoriented. I feel kind of agitated. And I think it's just I don't have rules to fall back on, and my normal life is being disrupted, and it's kind of scary. Things that just seem really simple, like taking out the garbage, taking out the recycling. I'm like, who's gonna do that? I feel just this burden, oh, I guess I have to do it. But then I know that that's not sustainable. So I'm asking Ben, who's going to take out the recycling? And he said, well, you can ask Memory if she can do it. And I said, well, what if she says no? And it just seems so fucking complicated now all of a sudden. But I believe this is better. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. But it definitely doesn't feel like that right now, or it's not easier. I'll just say that. Definitely not easier. So I've been trying to do meditative practices, something to ground me. I picked this book up again, even though I've already read it, but it's so good. And it's kind of crazy because the first page, seeking leads to finding, yes, but the result of that finding is often to plunge you into confusion and disorientation as the new information rattles the cage of your old paradigm. That was crazy to read that because I definitely feel disoriented and confused. And I think that's happening to me right now. But it's also exciting because it's well, whatever, I want to learn and grow and shift paradigms and not just stay stuck in the same old stuff. So that's exciting, but man, it's hard. And I was cleaning the house a lot today, probably just to cope with how hard it's been. I ate a bunch of cookies. It's just been hard.
So, it sucks? Those, what's the place? I printed up copies of the manuscript for you to read.
Yeah.
And I printed up the wrong ones.
Oh.
So it's
printed a ton of wrong ones.
It's 230 pages, and it cost me $25. So now we're going to the library so I can get new copies that are hopefully correct this time.
For about a few months now, we've been swimming twice a week. Monday and Wednesday evenings as a family. We started doing this to learn how to swim better. We're doing a program called the Total Immersion, I believe. It's also a really nice exercise for everyone. And it's a great way for us all to do, like even Rainier can swim with his little floaties. And I've always been kind of afraid of the water, not confident at all, and it's actually really helped me just to go swimming on a consistent basis, really for the first time in my life. We are at Smashburger right now. Swimming makes you hungry. I bet there's some kind of biological reason for that. It's because you're moving. Yeah, but with running doesn't make me as hungry as swimming does.